And now we're going to go over kites. So the definition of a kite is you have two sets of consecutive sides that are congruent. So what I mean by that is that segment KI and segment KE would be congruent. And segment TI and segment TE are congruent. Next up, a kite also has other properties, and we can find those by measuring the angles, specifically angle I and angle E. And if you measured them, they would be congruent. And there's only one set of opposite angles that are congruent. And to help you remember, the set of opposite angles that are congruent are going to be between the sides that are not congruent. Next up, the last two properties are found by drawing in your diagonals. Again, you use a straight edge, connect K to T and I to E. And the first one is if you measured where the diagonals intersect each other, you would find that you had all right angles. So the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So just like on a rhombus, the first thing you should do, put your right angles where the diagonals intersect each other. The other thing you know about kites is that one diagonal bisects opposite angles. And the diagonal that bisects the opposite angles is also the line of symmetry. So there's only one line of symmetry in this, and in this one it would be KT. So again, remember the line of symmetry, what's on one side has to be on the other. So in our figure here, our line of symmetry would be AC. And again, what's on one side is on the other. So this 45 would be over here. And this length would be 2 centimeters. This 6 centimeters would be over here. And this 20 degrees would be over here. So angle 1 is 20 degrees. DC is 6 centimeters. DE is 2 centimeters. Okay, and remember I said put your right angles at your center. So angle 5 is 90 degrees. We can find angle 2 by adding 90 and 20 and then subtracting from 180. And we get 70 degrees for angle 2. And again, use your line of symmetry. That tells me that angle 3 is also 70 degrees. Sorry, this 5 should be 90. I don't know why I put 50. And then for angle 4, we have 90 degrees and 45 degrees. So we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle here. And again, 45 goes on the other side. So since we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle, we know a lot of information. We know that AE is 2 centimeters. And we know that AB is 2 square root of 2 centimeters. And AD is the same. Then we're looking for, let's do BD first. So we have 2 on the one side, 2 on the other, and 2 plus 2 is 4 centimeters. And then we're looking for EC. So EC is this length, and it is part of a triangle here. Again, it's a right triangle, and we know 2 of those sides. So we can use Pythagorean theorem. So we've got 2 squared plus x squared equaling 6 squared. So 4 plus x squared equals 36. Subtract 4 from both sides. And x squared equals 32. And we can take the square root of that and simplify the radical. And when we divide 32 by 2, we get 16. And 16 is a perfect square. So we'd get 4 square root of 2 centimeters.